So Two Bellman is our first film franchise that we launched now. We shot Two Bellman here last year at the JW Marriott LA Live. We chose Los Angeles, this iconic hotel downtown here. We've got 4 properties all around us. And we wanted to be in LA, obviously, with the creative community is to do it. And we developed the film from scratch. When I look back at it, and I knew it along going all the way, very risky storytelling. With the success of that and engagement, people watching it, they said, all right, I understand that that's cool. I understood essentially that was a 20-minute ad, but I like the story. Or I had never considered JW Marriott before, or I didn't know about the hotel. So in the comment section, and what people were saying was they were associating the creative with the brand, and that's exactly what we wanted. When we originally developed Two Bellman, we knew, and a lot of creatives do this in the short film space, you always want to make a trilogy. You always want to continue the story. So we had always knew we wanted to do Two Bellman 2. As a global brand like JW Marriott, we wanted to go to another iconic location, Dubai, which is the tallest hotel in the world that we have there, the 2 towers, and a beautiful location to shoot in anyway. So we partnered with Emirates Airlines and the film commission there, and the tourism board, and developed the story. We took Two Bellman 2 and shot half of it in Dubai. So Two Bellman 1 was all shot in the hotel. Two Bellman 2 takes the story out of the hotel and puts it into the city. And what that does for us, it inspires people to travel. Same thing we did with French Kiss, took it out of the hotel. Hotel is part of it and the main story points happen there, but by seeing iconic locations around the world, people say, oh, I remember when I was there, and it gets them to think about travel. Or, oh, I've always wanted to go there. And guess what, they're in my world now. As a brand, I can say, I know you want to travel. Well, look at what we have. Marriott International, 19 brands in 82 countries, 4,200 hotels. Going from a root beer stand in 1927 to serving hot food to putting food on airlines. There's just this great story of constant change. And I think that's one thing that's allowed us to be so successful. But we realized that in order to engage with next-gen travelers, millennial audience, we have to change the way that we market to them. And it's about a conversation now. It's about loyalty. It's about really people-to-people marketing and building a relationship. And one way that we do that is with content. Prior to digital, the internet, it's two-way communication. Advertisers controlled when, where, and how consumers interacted. If you wanted to watch your TV show, you had to sit down with the family, the captive audience you had as a network, and they had no choice. They had to watch your advertising. And that's how you delivered mass media, mass marketing to an audience to let them know what you were doing as a brand, essentially. Obviously, with technology coming along and enabling people to say, wait a minute, now I can control what I watch, where I watch it. And oh, by the way, I'm also a content creator. So now now everyone's creating content, right? And so what's the opportunity for the brands in that space? Today, consumers are now in charge. How do we engage with them? I have to get your attention, and I have to make it relevant, and I have to entertain you or inform you. If I don't do one of those two things within seconds, you're off as a consumer engaging with someone else's piece of content, whether it's from a brand, your friend on Facebook, a media company. And so that's where we really focus all of our attention. It's not about the brand, it's about the message first. I've got a few seconds to get your attention. And then if you look through a lot of our content creative that we've made and delivered, it was all about story, right? It was let's get them in with a great story. And in the case of Two Bellman and our other short films, we suck an audience in with music, movement, story, where the hotel just is a character, it's just a backdrop. And then I've got your attention, and then you see in our case, our brand through that story. Right? Never in any of our content are we saying, hey, welcome to the JW Marriott LA Live, here's your key card. You just experience the hotel here. It typically starts off with, all right, we're gonna do this branded content. Everything's great. We partner with some creators and influencers, and we're gonna let you do what you wanna do. right? And then you get a cutback and it's like, wait a minute, we put our logo in there, wait, our brand proof points aren't coming through. And it turns into a commercial. And then you got the exact same thing. It becomes interruptive advertising again, right? So there's a fine balance in this new creative renaissance that's happening of art and commerce and science coming together with digital, that you really have to have really smart people that come from media, that also understand marketing, and all together in technology to deliver that exact right message at the right time, right place, right screen, where it adds that value. And the consumer says, I understand that was advertising, but I wanted it at that time, and so I'm cool with it. I'm going to engage with you now. You got my attention. What else do you got? I say, this is like a joke, I say we have a very intimate relationship with our customers, that they sleep with us after all, right? Which is true. And so we are in a very unique and special position. To your point, we've got everything is sitting here as a media company essentially, right? Now we just got to assemble it and put it together to do it the right way, to build that loyalty with consumers. And always, we're trying to put heads in beds as well. But for us, it's really focused, how do we, on the long term, build true value with the consumer so they start to love 19 of our brands through the portfolio. And it's not just content. Content's one piece that gets them into that ecosystem, and how do we keep them there?